Hey guys, welcome to FunNGun. This is really a video I've been thinking about making probably for about a year now, just about, since I met Dave at the NRA show last year in Indianapolis and kind of had this idea then and kind of just figured it was a good time to go ahead and make this video. And this is kind of just a me calling out to Dave saying, hey, got some pretty cool 22s here, and I know quite a few of these guns you don't actually have. I know a few of these you may have just in a different configuration, but I know there's some of these guns that are pretty rare that I've never seen on your channel, and after talking to you at the NRA show, I know you don't have. So I'd really like to maybe get together and do some collaboration videos and let you shoot any of these guns you want, make videos with them, just check them out, because I'm pretty sure you live pretty close to me from what I understand. So we're gonna go ahead and get into this here. We're gonna start off with the more basic guns, and the farther we get into this video, the more uncommon and rare the guns will become. And we're gonna go ahead and start off with a Heritage Tactical Rancher here. No, this is the Tactical Cowboy, that's my bad. This is the revolver handgun version. And I'm gonna go ahead and say it now that all these guns were safety checked off camera. For time's sake here, we're not gonna show that on every gun we pull out here, but this is the first gun, and haven't seen a video of Dave actually shooting the tactical version of the Rancher on his video. This is my version of it. It's got some custom work done to it, as you see here. There's a couple of videos I have here on my channel that actually features this gun in it, but it doesn't actually have a full video dedicated to it yet. But that's the #1 gun I've never seen Dave have on his channel. And this is kind of just a wild card because I do have both of them. That is going to be the Tactical Rancher. It's the same setup essentially. It's just the rifle version of it, and it's also has my custom setup on it. So this is not going to be considered one of the top 5 guns. This is just kind of a wild card here. Just a pretty cool little rifle. Something I hadn't seen him do a video with yet. So figured I'd go ahead and throw that one in there since I have both of them. Then we're going to move into something a little bit more unique on the setup here. This is a Kel-Tec CP33. This one's set up as a cheek pistol. I know he has a video on the Kel-Tec CP33 as a review, but I've never seen him mess with a cheek pistol at all, so figure this will be a cool video he might be interested in messing with. This little gun's set up pretty cool. It's got the brass deflector on it, the extension for the cheek well. It's got the aftermarket trigger in it. It's got a little comp deal on the end of it. Got the Holliston 50 round extension. It's just a cool all-around gun. Figured it might be something he'd be interested in checking out. It's just a kind of the concept of it being a cheek pistol. So pretty cool gun there. Now we're gonna go ahead and start moving into some stuff that's a little bit more unique, somewhat rare. And next up is going to be my CWA 2211 here. This is a hand-built 22 by Chet Whistle. This is the gun that you've probably seen quite a few times on my channel here of me shooting in RFS, and this little gun is pretty awesome. I know this is probably one of the #1 questions I get on my channel, at least about this gun, is what magazines does it use and how they're set up. And these magazines are pretty unique. I've actually spent a long time getting them to run as reliable as they do, and these are actually just GSG 1911 magazines with a lot of work done to them. So if that's something you're interested in seeing a video on, go ahead and drop that in the comments, because I can't make a full video on these. I just hadn't got around to it yet. And I know I've got a lot of questions about this particular magazine. And this little gun is pretty awesome. It's got an amazing trigger on it. It is set up as a race gun, as you obviously can tell here, and that is what I use it as. If you watched any of my rimfire falling steel videos shooting this gun, pretty awesome gun, extremely accurate. Definitely think this would be something Dave could have a good time with. So that's a pretty cool gun. And also I forgot to mention that there's also quite a few videos. There's a full video on how this gun is set up, this CP33, a video of me shooting it left-handed, ammo testing it. So there's also quite a few videos of this gun on my channel as well. So we're gonna go in to get into something here that's reasonably rare. I believe when I talked to Eric at Lakeside, when he made these, he said he made all together between the LM7 and the Razorback upper here, he made around 2,000 of them. So, excuse me, so it's a relatively rare setup. It is a belt-fed 22. It runs off of these soft linked belts here, or as you've probably seen in some of my videos of us messing with the disintegrating links here, where they fly apart and eject out the other side. So it can run off either runs off this belt box. This is actually the mini belt box, I call it, that I made myself. Haven't got the video out of it at the time of filming this, but it's possible by the time this video's out there will be a full video on how this little box is made. That's something I did myself. It's pretty cool little setup. Just wanted to make it a little easier to shoot offhand. It's currently sitting on my pistol lower. It's got a binary trigger in it, and I'm in the process of also building a specific lower for this upper. That's coming on the channel later on. Okay, I figured since I mentioned it there, I'd go ahead and give you a brief preview of how this belt fed's now set up. And we went ahead and dropped a significant amount of weight off this setup to make it a lot easier to shoot offhand, because if you've seen my previous video, the run and gun belt fed 22 video of me shooting an RFS, that's the way I plan on shooting this gun, more offhand than off a bipod. So we went ahead and put a extremely light handguard on here. We went ahead and used a magnesium lower and some of the lightest components you can get for an AR-15 buffer and stock assembly to go ahead and bring the weight on this down significantly. And that's exactly what we've done here. And as you can tell, everything's been Cerakoted to match. The box adapter's been Cerakoted, so it looks a lot better. And while we're speaking of that, is the reason for the mini box that I mentioned just a second ago is the fact that this is the box that came with it. As you can see, it's significantly larger than my mini box here. And what this allows you to be able to do is, with this installed, it allows you to be able to grab onto the handguard with your support hand a lot easier, allowing for you to shoot this offhand. So everything that's been done to this is made specifically to get it to where the weight's less and you can easily shoot it offhand. So if you're interested in seeing this more like the setup here in detail and what parts were used in this, you can go ahead and stay tuned, because there will be a full video on that coming up shortly. So let's go ahead and head back to the video that you came here for now. And this is definitely a pretty unique gun. I've never seen Dave do any videos with it. I couldn't find any videos on his channel of the LM7 belt fed or the Razorback for that matter. So figured this would be something he may be interested in doing a video with. These upper has not been made. I believe he told me, Eric did, that they hadn't made these uppers in around 20 years, and then the Razorback was a little bit newer, and it's been about 15 years, so definitely not a very common setup. Figured it'd be a cool thing to let him do a video with if he was interested in it. So let's go ahead and move on to the rarest gun in my collection, period. And I know Dave doesn't have one of these at all, because I did indeed talk to him at the NRA show about it. He told me he's never seen one of them before, and that is a Vadim EBP 22. This is roughly based off a 1022. It uses a 1022 style action, the bolt, charging handle. It's got the same 1022 manual safety in the back here. Obviously, it uses 1022 magazines, and it uses a 1022 barrel and quite a few of the internal parts, and it's got some proprietary stuff to it. And the way this actually works is there's a 9-volt battery right here, and that is going to power up when you flip this switch. I got it unhooked right now to keep it from going dead, but you can see right here there's a little light, and there's one on the opposite side as well, so you can tell when this is powered on. And what that's going to do is there's a solenoid sitting in the back of the gun right here, and there is a motherboard up here in the front right here above that battery. And as you can see right here, just that little click of motion right there, that is the full trigger pull on this gun. It's in the ounces. It's nothing. It probably won't even pick up on a trigger gauge for that matter. It is stupid light. It feels like a mouse clicker. And this gun, when I say it's rare, I was told when I purchased this particular gun that they only made less than 60 of them. So there is not a lot of them out there. This is definitely a really fun gun. You've probably seen this in quite a few videos. I actually have a full review of this particular gun. It's actually the first video I ever did on YouTube. And I show you what's under the cover and talk a little bit more about this, how it works, and just more in detail of it. This is definitely a really cool setup. And this would be definitely something I feel like you have a good time with, making a cool video with. I just figured might as well go ahead and show off a few guns that I know that Dave doesn't have. Specifically this one I know he said he did not have. I know he might have a few of these other guns in different configurations, but this one in particular is highly unlikely unless he has found one since last year. So figured I'd go ahead and make this video. I figured, Dave, if you're interested in making some videos with me on any of these guns, want to check them out, you can go ahead and get in contact with me. I would definitely love to make some videos with you and let you shoot any gun you've seen here. And we got some other pretty cool 22s that you might be interested in. So that's really all I had for you guys today. If you could do me one big favor and just go ahead and share this video with Dave over the 22’s channel as much as you can, or any of his other social medias, and see if we can get this to him and see if he's interested in checking any of these guns out. I'd surely appreciate it. And that's all I had for you today. Okay, if you made it this far, I just want to say thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, and share. If you're looking for more Fun and Gun right now, you can click one of the 2 recommended videos there. If you're looking for more Fun and Gun later, you can go ahead and click that there subscribe button. I sure would appreciate it. And if you're finding me from Facebook, go ahead and click that open app button at the top to make all that a lot easier, and I'll see you next time.